Hello investors. I know most people or some of you guys, you invest in shares because of the dividends. And today I want us to talk about the dividends. And we're going to talk about two things. Number one, we look at companies that have announced their dividends for 2025 and when you need to buy for you to qualify for the dividends. And on this, I will also share the prices and the amount you need to invest to qualify for those shares, okay? Number two thing that we are going to cover today, I'll share a list of highest dividend paying companies you can invest in and earn good returns. And guys, remember to make sure that you do your due diligence before investing in these companies. This list gives you a starting point, but you need to understand the company's operation, the future potential of the company, because as much as you're earning dividends from these companies, the price changes will also determine whether you're going to be making profits or you're making losses in that particular investment. And if you're new to this and you don't know how to navigate the NSE, you don't know how to go about buying shares for you to earn the dividends or to make money through capital gains, and you need to be guided on how to invest or to start the investment journey when it comes to stocks. I have a guide, an ebook for you, and you can get the book at a discount. It's going at 380 Kenya shillings, and this is for a limited period of time. Make sure that you get yourself a copy. I'll leave the link in the description box as well as in the pinned comments. In this ebook, you're going to find everything that you need to start investing. And I remember there was someone who asked me, when you start or when you create a CDS account, how do you qualify for shares? So I would like to tell you, so long as you have a CDS account and you have bought the shares, you qualify for the dividends, and you're going to be getting your dividends in the account that you created or you provided when you are creating the CDS account, okay? Now, let us do this. Okay, now let us get into this. So we are going to start with Capurt Kenya PLC. They announced their first and final dividend of 25 Kenya shillings on 27th June 2025, and the book closure, meaning that you need to be in these shares or to have bought these shares before 31st July 2025. You need to buy shares a few days before the 31st July 2025, and if you do that, you're going to be receiving the payment on 2nd September 2025. The price of Capurt Kenya shares is going at 309 Kenya shillings, meaning that you need around 31,556 to invest to qualify for these shares. This is inclusive of the brokerage fees, okay? And to give you an idea of what to expect if you invested this amount today, you will receive 2,500 Kenya shillings as dividends in September. Now, if you invested 100,000 Kenya shillings, you will get 8,075 Kenya shillings. And if you subtract the 5% withholding tax, you will get around 7,671 Kenya shillings. That is if you invested 100,000 Kenya shillings, okay? That is for Capurt. And then next, we have Williamson T. And for Williamson T Kenya, they announced a first and final dividend of 10 Kenya shillings on 27th June 2025. And the book closure date, meaning that you need to be in these shares or you have already bought these shares by 31st July 2025, so that you can receive the dividend on September 2025. So the price for Williamson T is 245 Kenya shillings. So you will need around 25,020 Kenya shillings to invest. I'm adding something to make sure that the brokerage fee is also covered. And for this, with 50,000 Kenya shillings, you will get around 1,938 Kenya shillings on September 2025. And with 100K, you will get 3,876 Kenya shillings if you invested before the book closure date, all right? So far, so good. Please comment more if you like this type of content. I believe that there is so much potential in the stock market. It's time we start thinking about diversifying our investment, riskier but investment with more growth potential, and you can actually start tomorrow, right? Now, to the next company you can still invest in to get the already announced dividend is Safaricom shares. And remember, guys, what I'm sharing here is companies that have already announced their dividends, but you can still get these shares for you to qualify for the announced dividends. All right. So Safaricom announced their final dividend of 0.65 Kenya shillings on 9th May 2025, and their book closure is 31st July 2025, meaning that you need to buy the shares before 31st July 2025 for you to qualify for the dividends. The dividends will be paid on 31st August 2025, okay? Now, the Safaricom shares as the time of recording this video is 27.30 Kenya shillings. So you will need around 2,790 Kenya shillings to buy your first 100 shares. And if you do that, you'll be eligible for the dividends. Now, if you invested 50,000 Kenya shillings here in Safaricom shares, you will get 1,130.64 Kenya shillings as dividend in 31st August 2025. That being said, I would like us now to look at some of the best paying dividends companies here in Kenya. I have included a volume column to show the number of shares that are traded in that particular day. Also note that the best dividend stock isn't the one that pays the highest amount, but the one that offers the best return relative to its price. That is why I have included a dividend yield column, which is calculated by dividing the dividend per share by the share price. It shows how much income you will earn for what you invested. If you're interested on the ebook, the link is in the description box and I'll pin it in the comment section. For more content like this, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Happy investing. See you in our next video. Bye.